You know how you could tell whether you were in a codependent relationship? If you were in that relationship that whole time and you were wanting to get out of it, and then after you get out of it, you're so anxious about getting back into it, you know you was in a codependent relationship. And I should know because I'm not a relationship expert, but I'm the scales, the Libra, the sign of marriage and relationships. So this is something that I pride myself on having and keeping, right? Wanting to obtain marriage someday. Even had a 7-8 year long relationship that people act like, oh my God, that's so long. But again, people are supposed to be living their lives together when they find their person, right? Of course, I knew my person was a karmic, but at that time, I think I was in karmic energy myself. I think I was like 27, 28. Yeah, I wasn't even into my 30s yet. I just knew that I had a life-saving surgery that God blessed me as, not even knowing my twin flame journey, right? I wasn't as spiritual then. But yeah, man, I had my children out of fear of death. And of course, that created a whole karmic cycle, right? Because now I'm karmically and forever linked to something that should have closed out, or a situation that should have closed out. But it is what it is. We keep it moving. But yeah, we are all on our journey of self-development. Whether you're building your finances, it takes relationship and people. Again, if people don't like you, they're not going to spend money on you, right? So it goes into your money-making endeavors as well, how people perceive you out in the world. And then, of course, in your romantic relationships, right? How well you're able to mesh with people. Can you enjoy an awkward silence just as much as enjoying a long, thought-out conversation with someone, right? Like the birds flying through the air. So yeah, that's all. That's all I really had to think about, man. I was just thinking about some things recently, and as I always do, right? I should be writing them down versus thinking them, and then next thing you know, I get on a camera and start reporting them, right? This new age, we're so spoiled here. Us new scribes are just so spoiled, right? I have half the mind to think that the angel halo, which looks like a hole, which looks like a portal, right? A keyhole. Usually right on top of the person's head, right? The crown chakra. I happen to think these damn cell phones are, right? These damn cell phones are peripheral devices. They may be in an angel's eye or a portal, right? Which I've explained that before a couple times in a few different videos years back, you know, light beings and number coding and images and all that type of stuff, and how literally you're holding invisible people in your cell phone right now. Right? How many contacts do you have? How many social media platforms do you have? Like, how many accounts do you have? Those are all people. You literally have all these people, all these invisible people in front of you while you sit and stare at this phone like this. Outside of what's practical and what's scientific, right? Again, the Cold War. We've seen movies like The Invisible Man, or the one that recently came out, Invisible Man. They had a whole suit, government suit, that was able to reflect light, right? You don't think they let us play with drones? You don't think they got invisible cars and invisible planes and freaking people in the army running around throughout your neighborhoods that's invisible, right? Man, we are so naive about the ways that we think, right? We get distracted over these little small things. But yeah, we did some tarot today, uploaded some videos. Nice and sunny today, no rain, right? So I'm just letting time pass. It's ticking and ticking as I'm waiting on my day. Another 48 hours, I'll be getting ready to take me a nice journey, ironically. So the last time I actually hung out with some friends, it was last year, man. A bunch of classmates and whatnot, pizza and liquor and all that type of stuff. My friend's even going natural. One of them, his female, he's from Canada. His new female friend is a gypsy, and she's into tarot, and she gave me this book on palmistry and all this type of stuff, right? Yeah, man, so we connected, rolled up some ganja, right? Teen spirit, right? Make us feel young again. And yeah, man, my friend actually turned his backyard into a farm, man. He had turtles, rabbits, chickens. Like, he's younger than me, like, so he never has to go to the store and buy like half these things, like eggs and stuff like that, right? He works, but he has a little side job. All the cards that we collected over high school, all the playing cards, all the Pokemon, all the Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, all that stuff, he's selling them online. He has a girl that he's friends with online. See, that's the thing. When you have a girlfriend or you have a spouse, you can't be naive and think that, oh, just because people like you or people want to do business with you, that someone wants to get in your pants. Not everyone's like that. Like, that's the whole point of networking and being attractive, whether it's sex appeal or whatever the case may be. Right? But yeah, that whole thing. So that was last year, and then come to find out, I didn't even realize my friend was like, oh, I'm leaving, I'm moving. He actually been hitting me up. He's a Cancer, right? Funny. And I'm a Cancer rising. He ended up moving all the way to the other side of the damn country. As a Cancer, I'm like, what would make you do that? But I know what made him do it, though. Family things, right? We care a lot about our families, and when people don't act right, or when our surroundings become weird, we have to transform that shit, right? Crabs molt. But yeah, I'm like, man, I want to hang out this weekend, get everybody together. He's like, I live in Vegas now. He's like, I live in Nevada. I'm like, what? Bro, I just literally freaking booked a flight to Vegas, man. He's like, oh, you boss man now. I'm like, nah, I just need to take control of my life. I need a vacation. Like, people around me's acting weird. The places that it's like, I'm just so, I hate to be that person to be like, oh, I'm so sick of Florida, because this is my birthplace. This is my home. Like, even if I go traveling the world, I want to come settle back down here. But I just know what awaits me here. Like, my father, the same sign as me. This is pretty much, I'm his spitting image. Like, he took his retirement money and moved to Alabama, bought 2 acres of land and grew his house, man. I keep saying it. Not sure if that's something that I want to do, right? But yeah. So it was interesting, man. We're gonna link up Friday night. He's gonna show me around, give me a few recommendations. He's like, I haven't really been partying that much. I think he moved up there for a job. So it's a good opportunity to network. Again, maybe I may be able to find some additional side work while I'm there, right? I was joking earlier. I'm like, what if I go over there and find me a gig? I become this damn comedian. They pay $2,000 every 2 weeks to tell jokes. But we'll see. Yeah. It's a well of knowledge there that I can probably just need some space, man, some time, you know. Clear my mind, have me a little quiet place to write out some things, man. How much time do you need to write a book? But yeah, I literally just want to go sightsee, see some new things. I've never been over to the West Coast, right? I've been the whole right hemisphere, or the right side of America, is pretty much where I drove through when I had my first car. So I haven't really been on the West Coast yet. I haven't crossed those 3-hour time zones. But again, a new experience, man, right? You want to do something, you got to get out and try something new. All right? There's a few other things as well. I know they just had the flood. I mean, damn, didn't Moses walk his people through the desert? Right? So we'll see how it goes. It's weird. It's like, why are my guides pointing me in this direction? But yet they have shit going on over there. So, you know, I'm planning on rooting there. I'm gonna go have me a little fun for a couple days. I actually got some jobs lined up, so it'll be coming right back here to start some new work. If not, finding something better up there. I don't mind staying for, again, 3 to 6 months before I decide to go somewhere else, man. I originally was going to go to New York. I found the cheaper flight to Vegas. So I had a couple options, right? I go to the kiosk at the airport yesterday. I'm like, I got a few different places. I got New York, I got Texas, Georgia, and then Vegas was like the last option, right? Because everybody wants to go to Vegas. I'm like, damn. Again, every time I talk to these broke people, they always out having fun. They in the island somewhere. They're in Vegas having fun. Why don't I get a chance to have some fun? So I just booked it, right? Yeah, got my confirmation details, my flight details, all that type of stuff. I might just go dressed like this. Nah, I'm just playing. Dress up. Do I even need a bag? I can buy some stuff when I touch down, drop down. You know, it's probably gonna be something simple. Damn slacks or something like that. Again, I'm probably gonna be looking like a Mormon out there. Black slacks, white button up with a black hat on. But yeah, Man, hopefully all the lovers out there are doing good, man. Hopefully people out there are getting therapy. I know it's hard to admit it sometimes when you're going through things, but that's literally the hardest part. You can't fix a problem until you know what it is, until you admit that you have one, right? You can meet somebody one day and not have confidence at all, and then you could not have confidence at all, and then you can meet someone and they'll give you confidence. It's like I can't really work with my people because my people act like they don't need therapy. So, so I create little social experiments sometimes, around people, not necessarily using them as like a tool or as a scapegoat or anything like that, because if I don't really care about you, I won't fuck with you. Like, and again, I'm attracted to very unique people. So very unique people that's going through a little bit of extra side stuff, because I know how it is for me. You don't think I need therapy? You don't think I need therapy, or at least somebody to listen to what I have to say? This is kind of like my therapy here, right? Who's going to be the therapist's therapist? We've had therapists over time die because no one can help them, or nobody wanted to listen to them, right? They drink themselves to death. I'm telling you, the demon's in the bottle. It's just you have to be aware of these things, right? You go to the army knowing that it's a risk of death, but you know where you're going there for. You know the privileges that you've been provided by your country and what serving the army or the armed forces that help will provide you and your family for at the end of the day if there's no options, right? But yeah, longer video like usual. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully you guys are safe. Go over to the YouTube page, OU Speaks. Check out the tarot readings for today. Get you some inspiration. Take your notes, all that sort of thing. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. It's lunchtime, baby.